Charlie Kirk's inner circle has a big problem right now. There are weird texts that nobody can explain. And there is a gubernatorial candidate in the southwestern U.S. region who knows the motive of the behind Charlie Kirk's assassination. And they just wanted Charlie is a text message that broke the internet and resulted in so many questions that nobody seems to want to answer. This guy said that, and now it's everywhere. Just this text message, which had 4 words and a question that has not stopped spreading since the clip hit Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. The text included, "No one is going to screw you. You're safe. You and the kids, period." They just wanted Charlie. This is what Victor Marx allegedly sent to Erika Kirk in the immediate aftermath of her husband's reported death. So the moment now is being played by Candace Owens on her podcast, and the internet has stopped and asked the same question at the same time. How did he know? What a weird thing to say. Not necessarily that it's true, but like, how did he know? How did he have the confidence to say such a thing? Because that is not a thoughts and prayers text message. That is not a condolence of any sorts. It is a threat assessment. And he delivered it with certainty. He delivered it immediately. And this man is not any part of law enforcement. He's not a federal investigator. So he shouldn't have any official reason to know specific contours of what just happened. And that is exactly the problem, okay? So there are 2 things about Victor Marx that were already true before this clip went viral that most people casually following the story do not know. And by the end of this, you're going to understand why that text message is not the beginning of the story. It may be the middle. And real quick, I'm Loren Piretra. Willa Piretra is taking a snooze. We run this entire operation every day, network free and independent, out of pure principle and an absolute refusal to let Katie Miller ever catch up. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are not slowing down. So we're going to ask you to make sure you're subscribed, that you follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and consider every comment, 6 words or more, every 5-star rating, every save, every share, every hype. We see it all. And we've been told that it creates a protective barrier between you and Stephen Miller, who could be emerging from a dumpster nearby at any moment. Just Stephen Miller in the dumpster blinking. Let's stay safe and let's work towards a timeline where that man is in a windowless cage. So subscribe, please. So who is Victor Marx actually? Because this guy came in hot if you weren't familiar. So before the text messages, before the Candace Owens of it all, who is this guy?
We loaded up on the plane and he comes up to me and says, "Can I sit next to you?" I said, "Well, Charlie, it's your jet. You can sit anywhere you want." He sat down and I was humbled and shocked, honestly, when he leaned to me and said, "Victor, would you mentor me?"
He is currently a Colorado gubernatorial candidate. He runs a ministry, of course, and he describes himself as a former special operations trained operator involved in international child rescue missions. Why do we always think something's up when it's a man and a child rescue mission and a church? Just one of those things kind of all together give us like a soup of uneasiness and suspicion. Anyway, Candace Owens and him had a conversation. She pressed him on the gap between the story he's telling publicly and what others are saying privately. He doubled down and defended everything. But here's what nobody's debating. Victor Marx was the first person to publicly announce Charlie Kirk's death on social media ahead of any news networks, any formal statements. Victor Marx dropped this over an hour before Trump confirmed it. This is not a coincidence that can be explained away easily. This is a data point, you guys. And it was already sitting in the record before the text message even became a story. And Gigi, you can put this wherever you want. And you know what else is wild? The way Medicare works, like super unhinged. Look, I spent 15 years inside marketing machines. I know the difference between a system built to help you and one built to confuse you. Medicare is built to confuse you. There are thousands of plans so much conflicting information. Then you get the never-ending spam calls. That's why you need to know about Chapter. Chapter is the only Medicare advisor that compares every plan nationwide. The doctors you like, the medications you take, your priorities, they use it all to find a plan that actually fits your life. So if you've already found the right plan, they'll tell you. And if not, they'll help you switch. So just last year alone, seniors who found new plans with Chapter saved an average of $1,100 on healthcare costs. So if you're turning 65 or you're already on Medicare, call Chapter 424-292-6476. It's free. It takes under 20 minutes. That is an expedited LPTV hotline. Seriously, just give them a call. That's 424-292-6476. And I'll also link it in the description.
Victor Marx, welcome to the Candace Show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Candace.
I'd like to guide this conversation sort of in order, meaning starting a little bit with your background. I think I have a lot of questions about some of the stories that you've shared. And I was able to speak to some of your family members, and they seem to have some questions about some of the biographical items that you share.
Now for the clip.
I contacted Erika through a text and told her, nobody's gonna kill you. You're safe, you and the kids. No one's coming after you. They just wanted Charlie. And I was just trying to reassure her.
So the internet is broken off into two different directions immediately. Half the people watching it are like, he's awkward, but he's trying to be comforting to Erika Kirk. This is him trying to reassure a grieving widow that she's not in danger. He could have just been reaching for something and wanted to, be helpful or comforting and just fumbled that. But they just wanted Charlie. That's a very weird thing. Who's they? They is doing an enormous amount of work in that first sentence. They implies a target, a plan, more than one person. Whoever did it had a specific object, and that object was her husband and not her. Doesn't feel very comforting, especially since he delivered it in such a way that it felt like he was delivering it factual. And why so immediately, too? And the question the internet will not stop asking is, what was Marx's basis for that conclusion? What did he know? When did he know it? And why did he deliver that sentence with enough certainty that he was like, I'm definitely going to text this to Erika Kirk right now? There is no current verified answer. Marx has not explained it. No context has been released. No independent verified record of the message. So maybe this Victor Marx gubernatorial Colorado candidate is just a regular schmegular minister bro, family man who couldn't string together comforting words. Or maybe he's a man who announced a death before the official channels did, and then allegedly sent a text framing that death as a targeted operation with a specific and limited target. Who knows?
Here's what a normal text message exchange should look like. Okay, here is a text exchange between me and Andrew Colvett on that day. Please say he's okay, I wrote. I don't know. Pray. Shot for sure, Andrew writes back. I said, we just prayed before I texted. Any details on where he was shot? I am freaking out. He says, in the neck head area. I said, I saw the footage. I cannot deal with this. Do you see the problem here, Victor? You're saying that you didn't do that. You decided for an hour to do nothing until it was time to record yourself. You texted nobody that you had access to, and then you randomly hopped onto Instagram in selfie mode to declare to the world that Charlie was dead prematurely, absent any intel. I don't believe that for 1 second.
This is a man with some explaining to do, and he hasn't done any of it yet. So that clip is still spreading. He's now barking back at Candace Owens, trying to correct her and distract from his own shortcomings.
You were first to post a video that was later on removed, saying that Charlie had passed. And this video was about an hour and 20 minutes before the president's announcement. It would have been to the minute about the time that his family found out that he had passed away. Can you explain how you found that out and why you chose to remove the video?
We went on it. I watched Charlie being shot one time, and my team, many who are former special operations guys and combat medics, lots of experience, they viewed it multiple times because I wouldn't. And they said Charlie wouldn't live from that. I put it up, and then I didn't see anybody else posting it. I thought it was premature, and I pulled it down because it just felt wrong.
I want to know what you think. Do you think he knew? Do you think he was being awkward? How do you think he knew? What do you think's going on here? I want to hear from you. And again, it is Stephen Miller season. So please take no chances in making sure you subscribe across all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. Hit subscribe here, wherever you're listening. Leave us a comment, save, share, rating, all of the things. Otherwise, he could be multiplying below your floorboards. You can never be too safe, okay?